To build this gunpowder farm, you will need all these items. The first thing in order to build this extremely efficient gunpowder farm in your Minecraft Bedrock world is to find yourself one of these witch huts, which can be found in any swamp biome of your survival world. Now, if you can't find yourself one of these or you want to save some time, then I always recommend checking out chunkbase.com. There you can just enter your Minecraft Bedrock seed and then you will automatically get the coordinates for this structure. This is very practical, so just give it a try. Now anyways, once you are at the point that you found one of these and you want to build the gunpowder farm, then the first thing that you want to do is to go straight through the entrance, then turn right like this, and then you want to dig out this exact block of the floor. You want to place a solid block inside, you want to dig out these 3x blocks right there as well, and then you want to place some chamfer blocks. In this case I use cobblestone right there as well. Now, as the next step, you want to destroy the entirety of the witch hut, which will include all the workstations and the flower pot right here, and then all the wooden blocks. By the way, make sure that you don't destroy the 2x2 that you built out of solid blocks. Now, as you can see, I got rid of the entire witch hut. As the next step, you want to make sure that you have 2 blocks below the 2x2 platform, so you can stand below it. In this case, this isn't the case, as you can see, so we have to get rid of 1 layer below our platform in order to be able to stand under it. After you cleared the area, by the way, this is optional, you don't have to do it, I just do it because then I have more place to work with our farm. Then what you can do is to build the trident killer of the farm. In order to do this, position yourself below the 2x2 platform, and then you want to place pistons in this shape. So you place a piston like this, then you leave out 2 blocks, place 1 there, and then do the same thing at the both other sides as well. As you can see, now we have this windmill shape and all the pistons should point towards the middle. As the next step, come outside, you want to place an observer that should face the piston and the arrow should point away from it. And then you want to go behind the observer you placed and just place 1 more observer facing the observer, and the arrow should point towards the next piston. So by doing this, we created a part of a cycle, and you want to repeat it at all 3 other sides in order to complete the circle. Now, after doing this, your entire pattern should be looking something like this. As the next step, you want to come on top of your platform, and then you want to build a 2-block wall all the way around, so to the height where your platform is. And really make sure that you do this all the way around, otherwise light might get into, and we don't want to have this in our farm. And then add 2 more layers on top. So now you should have 1 layer that is the trident killer and 4 layers of solid block wall above. And now what you can do is to come on top of the wall and destroy your 3 chamfer, cobblestone or whatever blocks, and you want to have this solid block left. Then you want to place a glass block 2 blocks above, so looking something like this. And in addition, you want to throw a trident into our trident killer, just point at a piston and then everything should be fine. We test that later. And finally, place a 2x2 of blocks on top of your glass like that. To complete the trident killer part of the farm, you want to make sure that you have a block behind each piston that you place. So you want to place 4 blocks. Why we're doing this is very simple as well. By doing this, we ensure that no light passes through the walls and that mobs are able to spawn in this dark chamber. Also, you can pick a side that you want to be as the front side of the farm. Let's take this one. You want to destroy these 4 blocks and place 4 tinted glass blocks instead. By doing this, as you can see now, the whole thing will turn dark, but we can still see a bit into it and we'll be able to see when witches are spawning, and this is very, very practical because then we have the proof that the farm really works. Also, you can place a lever on top or at the side of the block that is right behind the piston of your front side. You want to flick it, and then you want to flick it a second time, and then you'll be able to see whether your trident killer works or not. As you can see, if you hear the sound and all the pistons are flickering around, then this is a very, very good sign. But I want you to flick this off for now because we have to move on with the next part. Both last parts are very, very easy. Next, I want you to place 5 ladders at the side like this. You want to start at the bottom observer and go all the way up, so just that you can enter the top of your farm, then jump on top of your 2x2 roof. And here you want to place exactly 32 scaffoldings or ladders or anything else of this kind. As you can see now, we are at the height Y69. And in order to come to 32 blocks, we just have to add 32 to our height, which is 69 plus 32, and we come to the height of 101. Very, very easy, isn't it? And now as the next step, you want to place 4 blocks all the way around your top scaffolding. Then just extend your wall by 3 blocks to the top. And once you have done this like that, you can add a roof, and then your AFK spot is finished. By doing this, we just ensure that no mobs can kill us and phantoms won't be able to spawn. And with the scaffoldings, you also have a nice access, as you can see. Last but not least, the most important part of the whole building process, the storage system, because there we'll be able to loot all our items, which is why we built the farm. And now in order to build this very, very good storage system, you want to place yourself right next to the lever, and then you want to dig down 1, 2, 3 blocks at the side of that. Then dig 2 blocks in the direction where your trident killer is. As you can see, we can see our trident, so we are right below the trident killer. There you want to place a solid block below, like that. And then what you want to do is to go 2 blocks into this direction as well, like that. Place a double chest in the corner, then a hopper next to the double chest, facing the double chest. So if you drop an item into it, then you should get the item in the chest. On top of the hopper, you want to place a rail with a mica with hopper on top. Your whole setup should be looking something like this. Block, then mica with hopper, and rail below, the hopper below, and this should point towards the double chest. If you plan to AFK very, very long, then I recommend just expanding your storage system. You can do this by just digging out 1 layer below your storage system, like this. So you cleared out the 9 blocks below. And then you want to place a double chest below the double chest you already placed, and a hopper below the hopper you already placed as well. Then you want to turn to this side and place some scaffoldings or ladders just to be able to access this spot very, very quickly and easily. And then we are done with building the entire farm. Congratulations! If you don't know how to use the farm yet, don't worry, I'll cover this as well. Now, in order to use the farm in survival mode, what you want to do is to first of all activate your trident killer by flicking this lever right here. And then you want to go up your ladders right on top of the roof, and you want to go up your scaffoldings that should be right here as well, just up to your AFK spot. Now once you're up here, position yourself in the middle of your AFK spot. If you want, you can expand this AFK spot further. Then you want to go into your settings, and as the next step you want to go to game. You want to scroll down, you want to make sure that you have your simulation distance on 4 chunks, and you want to make sure that your difficulty is not on peaceful but rather on hard, because then we have the highest rates. Now go back into your game and just wait as long as you want and AFK right here. All the witches that spawn below us will automatically get killed and all the loot will drop into the chest. Now after a few minutes of AFKing, we can finally see our results. Just go down your scaffoldings and then we can check our rates. Now as you can see, there are already some witches getting killed and we got some amounts of experience. The longer you wait, the more experience you'll get and the more gunpowder of course you'll get as well. And now turn off the trident killer by flicking the lever right here, then drop down your scaffoldings, then just look into the double chest. As you can see, we got some other items like potion of healing or anything else as well. But what matters is that we got 14 gunpowders in just 5 minutes of waiting. I think in contrast to these very, very complicated creeper gunpowder farms, this is a very, very good raid because you don't have to do anything. To restart the farm, just click the lever again and go up the way to your AFK spot. If your farm doesn't work for any reason, then first of all check that your chamber is really, really dark. So if it looks like this, then this is a very good sign. If you don't have the window to check it, then just go around and check whether you have a block behind every piston, because pistons aren't full blocks when they are extended and then they can light pass through. Also make sure that you didn't mess up the height, so 32 blocks should be the distance from you to the roof. And then I just can recommend writing all your problems in the comment section to see if anybody, maybe me, can help you. This is everything I can say about this. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to subscribe, and I really hope that I helped you in this tutorial with building a very good gunpowder farm. Also, please don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends if they need this. Then I hope we see us again in the next video. See ya!